Nice little segue. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, mate.
That was my second.
All easy ones.
Do you remember this, Mel? Do you remember every try here?
No, I can't remember, honestly. I remember the chip and chase. I remember the chip and chase in the second half.
At the moment, you haven't really done much. Like,
Well, hang on. Look. Thanks.
Mel, do you reckon they were scared of you?
Well, I played against Mel. Can I answer that? Yes.
It looks like you're playing A grade again.
Under nines there for a bit. Yeah. I remember Fatty Vaughton was playing for the Roosters at the time. He said he hasn't got spiders on him.
Did you ever score 5 tries against any other club?
No, just the Roosters.
Yeah.
Just the Roosters, Fletch.
That was the transit, what do they call it? The old transit lounge days.
Yes. Did it?
Days.
Was it?
Sad
What's it
days.
called? Sad days.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
And of course, the transit lounge was, so to speak, was South Sydney when you went there.
Yes.
Yeah.
More like the airport terminal. Anyway.
Boys.
You started it.
Sorry.
Oh, you blokes
I was
very...
going to ask Mel,
Okay.
was that 38 points?
38 points.
Is that the record for Canberra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you'd love the studio audience to be here.
Yes. Just picks you up. Yeah.
Give you a break. Well done. Yeah, good on you, Zach. Congratulations on the series and good luck for the Origin squad. Let's have a look at the ladder, thanks to Bailey Ladders. Penny Panthers got them on a premiership. Great achievement for the club. Well done. And I tell you what, down the bottom, it's a miserable old place to be there. Brisbane Broncos, Mal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not a good year for them. Obviously, they've got a few things to fix up internally. They've got to get a new CEO and a new coach. So, but I'm sure that they're such a strong organisation, professional organisation. They've got great depth with their junior systems and things like that. So they'll get themselves.
What about the ninth position there, Mel?
Ninth, the
Mighty Titans.
Mate,
how good's that?
Another few weeks, you're playing finals football.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the Knights game was the best game we played all year, so we're actually gradually getting better and better as the year got on. So really pleased for the club. Justin's and his team's done a terrific job. The players have responded really well, and 2 more games, we probably we might be playing finals.
Some breaking news: Kevy Walder's been appointed coach of the Brisbane Broncos.
Oh, yeah, good on it.
So, good on you, Kev. You deserve it.
So we expect to see Gordon jump ship.
Big best, mate.
Sorry, Cleggy. They're asking me to say, what's your opinion on it, Mal? I've got blokes that be talking to me.
I think it's time. To be honest with you, I think it's time. All the points, all the points that he should get the job has come to fruition, and he's done his apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So he's a Broncos.
Does that mean the Queensland jobs? Because wasn't there one of the conditions there you couldn't do both Queensland and Broncos? That's what I heard earlier on, but
I'm not quite sure.
You're asking all the right questions.
Oh, sorry.
He'll do Origin this year.
Yeah.
He won't do it next year.
And then I wonder who's going to be Origin coach. That's it.
Hey, boys, let's not start talking about football. Okay, now, so we've got there Penrith versus the Roosters, Raiders Cronulla, Melbourne Parramatta, South versus Newcastle. Now, Friday is really interesting, the Roosters Panthers game. 60-8, knocked over by South. We'll talk about that in a second. But how?
Won't make a difference.
Won't make a difference to them?
Not the way the Roosters have been going all year. I think that's a bit of an anomaly, the game on the weekend.
Yeah.
They'd be scratching their head, but, their process systems are really strong, and they've got such a strong footy team.
Yep.
It'd be a good test for Panthers. We're not quite sure where the Panthers are. We're not quite sure where the Roosters are. So it'd be a fantastic game to watch.
And just letting people know again that breaking news: Kevy Walters, he set to be announced as the Broncos coach on Wednesday.
Kevy.
So Broncos board meeting tomorrow, and
I hope that's right.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't worry, I was doing it as well. I'm thinking, God, could Kevy be sitting there going, beauty? Mate, they're only joking.
Yeah, Matty, in Seek 4, we're going to be digging further into this complicated mess.
That really does.
Yeah. It's not surprising, though, is it?
No, it's not.
This has been ongoing for years, and we're digging further into it. And as part of our research, we went right back to the first game, the first grade game you guys played together. It was Joey's run on debut, not round 1, 1994. We've got some vision of it here. You didn't last long. We've all seen that many times. That's Tyron Smith. Basically, he put you out of commission for the game. I don't know.
Should have seen what happened next, boys. I bounced up.
Well, it's funny because this was Joey's run on debut, and I think we've got some vision of him here. This is his first hit up, and Tyron puts a hit on him.
Is he all right, though?
He's all right. He goes on. This is later. He just a little solo try. Why not for your first try in the NRL?
First game?
First game. And then why not just toe ahead for yourself, Joey? First game. Foot race. Boom. There. Score 2 tries on debut. Why not?
Of Just Jeans, please accept the Just Jeans Man of the Match. $250 worth of clothing from Just Jeans. And Matty Rodwell said it won't go astray.
I come of it. Throw away the stubbies.
Congratulations on the magnificent.
Yes. Had a catchphrase from the start.
That's great.
Throw away the stubbies.
Oh, mate, brilliant. It's funny, before that game, I was talking to Andrew, mate, I'd played first grade the year before, mate. This is first grade now. It's tough, really focused. Don't expect too much. 23 points on debut.
Anyway.
And
you got carried off.
Hey?
And you got carried off.
Yeah, that's right. We'll take a break on the mailbag next. Hang in there. It's better. With you. Welcome back, guys. You want to hear some breaking news? You come to the right place. Freya, how are you, mate?
We're good, and the Kevy Walters news was good and, breaking tonight. But the other part to that is that we hear, and it has been published by Buzz Rothfield tonight, that Craig Bellamy will go to the Broncos in 2022 as coaching director.
Wow.
So, he just had his press conference, obviously, after their loss this afternoon. This is what he's had to say.
Story around the last half hour or so, Craig, suggested you've already made the decision to go to Brisbane in 2022 and you'll wait till after the finals are over to announce it.
No, I can...
How do you respond to that?
Well, I responded the other day that I'm not making any decision and I ain't going to be talking about it for the until after the finals. But I can tell you right here and now, I have agreed to nothing anywhere. Anywhere.
Thanks, folks.
So that's...
Haven't agreed, but... It looks likely now.
We were talking about this yesterday, me and a mate, and he said, who do you think will get the Brisbane job? And I said, well, if they've gone to Craig, to get Craig there for a coaching director's job for 5 years, I don't think they're going to get Greeny. I thought once they went after Craig, I thought it'll be Kevy because they can work together, they're friends and they know they can make it work. I think there's a lot of... Like, Kev would be grateful and love to have Craig alongside him. There's not a lot of coaches who would like that, head coaches.
No, exactly.
So
it looks like he either takes another year at Melbourne or he takes a year off.
Yeah.
But then it also, as you were just discussing, about what happens with Cameron Smith, because it almost feels like a package deal for next year in a way, doesn't it?
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We talked about Smith, but I think just listen to Matt Tripp, how he communicates. Certainly through the media, I'm feeling that they're going to do everything they possibly can to keep Craig around in some capacity. Cameron Smith in some capacity down there, because they're sort of that's the blood and bone of the club, And I just feel that it's not over yet.
It's interesting because the Melbourne Storm, in a lot of ways, were born out of the Broncos. Chris Johns and John Rubbo, of course. Now, what they're trying to do, almost the Broncos, is take it back, because Dave Donaghy, who's their CEO, they're trying to poach him. Craig and, of course, interest in Cameron. So it's really interesting.
If Bellyache does go, do you think Cameron could walk into a coaching job 2022 down there in Melbourne? Do you think he'd be...
I got no doubt he'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, there's no doubt he'd be able to do it. I'm thinking, what I'm hearing is Jason Riles is probably the favourite, when Craig goes. He's got a great reputation. Players, love him, so that's a good. I think it's a good sign. He's gone overseas to venture into rugby for 12 months. So I just think that he could be the good fit. But it's interesting. I mean, whatever Melbourne do, they're such a professional unit. They'll do the right thing. And as Matty said, they are trying to poach, their roots, I suppose. Back to
they are. Yeah, it feels like it's an interesting show tonight.
Yes, interesting.
Boys,
very good.
And good question, Fletch.
Thanks. I'm here for you.
It feels like we should be celebrating because we got to the end of the season proper after a weird year.
It's been a hell of a year.
It's been a really interesting year, so we're into finals come this week. Let's take a look at that draw once again. Panthers, Roosters, Friday night coverage starting at 7 o'clock. Raiders, Sharks, Saturday 4:30. Storm and Eels, Saturday 7:30. And then the Bunnies taking on the Knights at 3 o'clock. Of course, Fox League will have all of that live and free right here for you guys who have Fox League at home, and best coverage in the business as well. What game are you looking forward to the most?
I'm really interested in that Panthers-Roosters game. Because two clubs coming from got the experienced old heads going for 3 in a row and these young guys on the rise, and it's a really interesting game.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the Sharks going forward, because they were beaten in their final regular game of the season. The Raiders winning 38-28. For the season, though, and this is really interesting, the Raiders are yet to beat another top 8 side, and this is what Coach John Morris had to say, Sharks, after their game yesterday.
Currently been in South Africa for 5 hours.
At Brian's head, knock him out, and then we'll be all safe.
Take it, Baba. I win.
Tang is enjoying.
Worst thing I've ever done.
Go Park, Brian. Yes.
You asked to see Impala.
Oh, yeah, I did. I want a massage Impala, though.
There's friggin' sharks out there.
There's no sharks.
Mick, is there any sharks in Jeffreys Bay?
Oh, yeah. That's sick.
Is this rosé?
Well, now when he gets strong, he gets the giggles.
Giggles. I do get giggles.
Oh, no way. I'm not doing it. Let me have 4 beers. Can always count on me.
That's it. That's it. Get off. Get off.
Look, honey, look. Legs.
Yeah! You! Hey! Oh, how good's this?
It's time for Not the NRL News, brought to you by Tab. Gamble responsibly.
Great to see you back, boys.
Thanks
Great stuff. I'm loving what you're doing this year.
Thank you.
Bringing a lot.
It's our last Sunday, that is, you know. I know, we're upset.
Yeah, I know.
And we're going to finish with another hard-hitting piece.
Great.
It's the second part of the Matty and Joey complicated mess.
Yep.
It's going to be pretty hard for you. Pretty raw.
I'm going to brace myself.
You ready?
Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Last week on Matty and Joey, a complicated mess. I learned that Matty's mum is a terrible liar.
I always feel that Matthew's very proud of Andrew. He's very proud of everything he does.
Sterlo had a crack at the Johns brothers' intelligence.
Early on, you could see that they were a little bit special.
And maybe he has a point. Joey was briefly arrested when this comment was taken out of context.
Matthew growing up was very small, so if we'd had an argument, I'd always get on top of him.
But was relieved when his brief prison stint was over.
Glad that's over, mate. Don't know how much.
And I stumbled across the issue at the heart of all the brotherly tension.
I don't try to pretend to be anybody else. What I am is what I am. I don't think it's really a bad thing.
Matty's alter egos, Reg Reagan, Trent the flight steward, Don Kirk. These clearly weren't comedy, they were a cry for help. This week, that lazy shit Barney finally does some f***ing work.
The professor had a point. I had been taking it easy.
Oh, what are you... Oh, here we go. Oh, welcome to camp, Your Majesty. I hope everything's okay this camp.
It was obvious. Matty had taken on another persona in order to fulfill his secret desire to tear down the thing his parents cherished most.
Have a look at the size of that thing. Don't worry, give me the thumbs up.
Well, that was mainly it. Although I think he invented Trent to play out a different desire.
Oh, yeah. Let's push that one. This one really get thin deep. Really get thin deep, this one. Oh, I think... Oh, just don't say nothing. You want to get a cigarette?
That is his brother. Ooh, Cessnock, eh? It was while watching back through all the Regs that I had an epiphany. There they were, those two same lumbering oafs. Mr. Personality.
You're just a top bloke.
Because before the series, I didn't like you. I thought you were a real asswipe.
And Captain Sucker.
As you're about to run on, I said, Fletch, make me proud. And you almost done that. Yeah, thanks, Matty.
It suddenly dawned on me. Matty wasn't the only one on the couch laughing uncontrollably at all the Joey jokes. Those oversized buffoons had it in for Joey as well. Early on, Fletch had always been a great competitor against the Knights. Dynamic in attack. And solid in defence. But in 1998, Joey's reign of terror against Bears Head began. he tossed him out.
Fletcher will be made to play it. No, he won't. He's been put into touch. That's a bad mistake by Sydney City.
He chipped over him.
Oh, look at Andrew Johns, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, Hooker Vadiris, who picks up the 4 points.
He ran over him.
Andrew Johns. Playing beautifully tonight.
Fletch was forced to leave the field injured and endure insults from the locals.
Wow, that Fletch is shit.
Yep.
And we all know why Hindy hates Joey. 2001, the NRL Grand Final. It wasn't the fact that Joey smashed him.
His haunches. Strong defence again involving Johns and Badiris gets the job done.
Or that he stepped past him.
Straight through. Nathan Hindmarch. He can't get him.
Was this the story of a sad little cat-loving man who created a fake persona to hide from loveless parents and cut down the nation's most beloved hero? Who surrounded himself with like-minded, bitter, pathetic victims of Joey's immortal greatness? Then I found some vision that made me realise, no, that's not it at all. Andrew Joey Johns makes the only mistake of his career, throwing an intercept pass that leads to a Shannon Hegarty try. The camera cuts away to what should be a forlorn Newcastle Knights bench. Instead, the lens captures that same pathetic cat lover celebrating his own brother's misfortune. It's pretty simple. Matty Johns is an older brother who's just a bit of a jerk.
Oh, dear.
Very good, boys.
That was outstanding.
Very good. Now we're going to ask you to leave. And never return. Here he comes, Laurie Daly. And Loz.
George, how are you, mate? Hindy, Fletch.
How are you, Loz?
How are we, gentlemen?
Going good, mate. Going good.
Got some good footy on the weekend.
Oh, mate. It's a bizarre summit, wasn't it?
Oh, Roosters. Unbelievable.
What has that done to the market? Who's the title favourite now?
It's a Melbourne Storm. $3.25 favourites to win the comp. They didn't win today, but given what the Roosters showed on the weekend, it might be difficult for them to bounce back against the Penrith side on the weekend.
Outsiders there against the Penrith, $2.05. Yeah. Interesting. What about, mate, the Raiders and Sharks, Loz?
Raiders, they got the job done on the weekend. They were under strength, but still managed to beat the Sharks. You'd think they'd win this game being at home as well. $1.20 favourites. The Sharks, $4.50 outsiders. I think the Raiders are one of those sides you don't want to come up against in the finals because
dangerous
they're a
team.
good team. Yeah. Very good team.
Storm rested a lot of their stars up against Parramatta.
Well, the Melbourne Storm, they were very fortunate they could rest a lot of their players this weekend, get them fit for next week. Eels, $4.25. That's not a bad price. I mean, they were hammered by the Melbourne Storm last year's semi-finals, but they got a bit of mojo back after the weekend, the Eels, and they'll go up there confident at Suncorp Stadium.
Talking about confidence, South Sydney.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this coming the other night against the Roosters. $1.33 favourites against Newcastle. But the way they played, I reckon everyone sat back on the weekend and went, wow. I didn't realise I think a lot of people thought they were a very good side, but probably didn't think they could win the comp. But after what they did to the Roosters, I think most people sat back and went, wow, they probably can.
If they get momentum, Cody Walker is close to the best player in the competition.
Unbelievable the other night, wasn't he?
He's brilliant.
Fantastic.
Really good. Loz, we're running a bit late tonight.
No dramas, mate.
I'll be listening to your best work tomorrow morning, the Big Sports Breakfast. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm loving it.
I'll be on fire, mate.
Thanks, Mal. Appreciate you too, Mal.
That's right.
Thanks for coming around, hanging around,
My
mate.
pleasure.
All the best to the in-laws in the zoo. How's it going there in Canberra?
It's going really well. Yeah, so they're happy. People are getting school holidays, so...
If you want to trip with the kids, it's a great place. Really a lot of fun. That's all we've got time for tonight. Again, our Thursday night show is going to be on Friday night, so we'll see you then. But stick around now for the Big League Wrap.